Hello everyone! Welcome back to Royal Plays Minecraft. I really appreciate the positive comments on the previous one. I mean, granted, I'm a small YouTuber, so there wasn't much, but, you know, any amount helps, and I genuinely, it means a lot. So, yeah, we're going to be doing more today, and I think what I want to do today is, first of all, I need to complete my search for, enough wool in order to make a bed. And I also kind of want to start on, like, making this look a little nicer. So we're going to need some more coal. The chicken cooked, which is good. And yeah, I guess the first thing to do is just head out into the mines and see what I can find. And I'm going to try and continue the trend of talking about stuff. You know, just kind of vibing, making this a chill, casual experience for people. So, let me see. What do I want to talk about today? I am unsure. Oh, I know what to talk about. Favorite games of 2023. Yeah, this is something I wanted to make like a list video, like a countdown video or something like that. But I just can't bring myself to do it. I've never been able to do that. Like, I want to, but every time it's like, oh, I'm going to have to load this game up. I'm going to have to get a lot of footage. You know, it's like, it's a lot of work. And, I mean, granted, most things that are worth doing do take a lot of effort. But still, you know? Okay, I need to go get another pickaxe. But, yeah, I guess I might as well just go over it now. I think if I had to pick a game of the year, it would have to be Undertale Yellow. Far and away. That game was just absolutely incredible. I know it was just a fan game, but honestly, Toby Fox could declare it... Yeah, Toby Fox could declare it canon tomorrow, and I would accept it. I've heard some people say that it breaks the canon in a few ways, and I'm not sure I entirely see it. Like, it contradicts the idea of Asgore being the one to kill every human child, but I never got the impression that that was the case. I always got the impression that Frisk was the first one to reach Asgore. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I probably am. I'm not the most lore knowledgeable person in the world. I tend to rely on what other people are saying and the information they find. But, you know. As for the runner-ups, Cassette Beast was really good. If you're looking for... A lot of people have been saying that Power World is like, you know, a competitor to Pokemon, but honestly, if you're looking for a Pokemon-style game, then Cassette Beast is a really good pick. It does a lot of things with the formula that I think are really interesting. And it is definitely inspired by Pokemon, but it definitely carves out its own identity. And I think it does it in a very convincing way. It's really good. Also, the soundtrack is just absolutely incredible. It's like a lot of the music actually has lyrics that kick in when you engage in the fusion mechanic. And it hits hard. And the story is really nice, too. There's also a whole, like, companion system where you can, like, meet different characters and bring them along as a partner, and they'll help you out in battles. I picked Meredith personally because she was my favorite, but I've seen a lot of love for the other characters as well. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. This is a heck of a cave. And we've hit Deep Slate, too, which is good. Okay. Nothing to do but start making my way down, I guess. Another game I really liked was Lords of the Fallen. The 2023 one. You know, the one that came out last year. I was really sad at the general reception of that game because, like... I don't know, like... I get everyone likes what they like. I even said as much in the previous episode. And I don't want to sound like a hippopotamus. I don't want to sound like a hypocrite, but I feel like a lot of people were really unfair to that game, and it just makes me sad because I got a lot out of it. I found the combat enjoyable. The world was fun to explore. The atmosphere was just pitch perfect. And it just resonated with me in a lot of ways. I actually streamed most of it over on my Twitch channel, and I had a blast. And I really hope they release like some content DLC for it at some point. You know, like new areas to explore, new bosses to fight, new weapons to collect, new characters to meet. I really like how they did Harkin, the character of the previous game. They actually acknowledged him and brought him back, and I liked him. I liked how he was written, and I liked his boss fight. I've seen some people say his boss fight was bad, but I liked it a lot. It was like this close quarters brawl where if you tried to make too much distance, you would get punished for it, because he has like these shockwave AoEs he can send out that absolutely brutalize you. And it's easier to dodge those if you're up front and personal with him. Up close and personal. What I mean up front? Yes, tell the murder man how you feel. But if you're a fan of action RPGs, I highly recommend it. And I hope you get something out of it like I did. What else? Hi-Fi Rush was amazing. Genuinely, like, I've enjoyed the idea of like a rhythm action game for a while. And Hi-Fi Rush nailed it. It absolutely nailed it. The combat was really fun. The story was fun. The music was great. I appreciate that it had like, it mostly used copyrighted music, but it had like a streamer mode, so you'd get like original music that still fit like the same tempo and vibe of the original songs. This is a little bit dicey. What am I gonna do here? Why did I do that? Oh, you're like right there, huh? Ah! Thank you, Mr. Creeper. Much appreciated. But, yeah, no. What was her name? I can't... I'm having trouble remembering some of the character names because it's been so long, and last year was such a stacked release for good video games. A stacked year for good video games, I mean. I can't talk. It was like wore red, had an accent, had a really interesting like fight that was like all about parrying and stuff. Oh, man, I can't remember her name for the life of me. I'll flash it up on screen. I'm really bad with names sometimes. But yeah, it was wonderful. Deserved all the praise it got and then some. I'm really trying to think. Hold on a second. I made like a text file that like is a list of my favorite games, and I'll bring it up now. So from worst to best, on the top 10, the list is Remnant 2, Pseudo Regalia, Lunacid, Sea of Stars, Pizza Tower, Lies of P, Lethal Company, Lords of the Fallen, Cassette Beast, and Undertale Yellow. Okay, so let's just go. We're going to skip those last three because I've already gone over them. Let's go through these one at a time. Remnant 2, honestly, I like it. It's a good game. But I think that as a sequel to, as a sequel to the first game, it's not that great. It's one of those things where it's like, it's not a good sequel, but in its own right, it's still a good game. it just didn't have the long form progression that the first game had with the trait system, where like you were constantly finding things to level up and improving your build. And I really don't know why they stripped out the armor upgrade. Good job, stupid. But yeah, I don't know why they stripped out armor upgrades. I genuinely don't. Like, I remember them saying, like, oh, the mod system, or whatever it was, like, it was these artifacts you could get, and they gave you bonuses when you had them equipped. Like, that replaces them. But I don't really think it did. And then there was the whole rune system, which, like, gave you really tiny bonuses. And the only way to get, like, higher tiers of runes was to level up other archetypes. And, like, that is such a slog, you know? It's like, what if I don't enjoy an archetype? Like, you're expecting me to level up one archetype so that I don't like using, just so I can, you know, improve the archetype that I actually like using. For those curious, archetypes are like, you have two archetypes you can equip. They give different bonuses and give you different abilities, and once you have two of them, you can combine them to create like a class. And honestly, the archetype system is amazing. Also, I noticed those diamonds. Didn't notice those. That's why I was making the iron pick. But the archetype system is amazing, and the bosses are a lot better this time around. Like, in terms of like the consistent quality of the bosses, it's vastly improved. There's a lot of really good fights in Remnant 2. I actually really liked the final boss, even if it had like a plot reveal that I absolutely despised, because it's one of those. I mean, spoilers, but you know, I guess most people don't care about the plot of these games. I did. I don't anymore. I used to. But then it revealed it was all a simulation, and it's just like, what do you gain from that? You know? Like, what do you get from that? But whatever. It's still a fun game to play. It's still fun to play with friends. And it's got some really fun gunplay. You know, it's still a good game, but I think the first one is better in a lot of ways. But yeah, and then after that, we've got Pseudo Regalia, which is like a Metroidvania 3D platformer with really good movement. Like, actually, really, really good movement. More diamonds, holy crap. But it has some of the best movement in any 3D platformer I've ever played. And, like, it's a relatively short game, but man, it is just so much fun. And the whole conceit of it, like, it actually does the all a dream thing right, because the crux of the game's plot is that the main character is like an entity that goes between dreams of people who are like trapped in their dreams and sets them free. So like, it still all has like consequence and meaning. It's not just, oh, it was all a dream, you know? There are ways to do that twist right, and Pseudo Regalia does it right. Lunacid, on the other hand, does not, because it literally just saves that for the very end. I mean, and yeah, the Lunacid is all a dream as well, which bites. I mean, I bet there's like some things that, you know, imply, oh, it was all a lucid dream, and you know, there was like, the name of the game is Lunacid, you know, Luna, like, because, you know, it has a lot of lunar theming, you know, with the moon and stuff, and then Lucid. So I guess it maybe doesn't come out of nowhere, but it's still annoying. And I hate that that's the true ending of the game, that, like, it was all a dream. But, you know, again, like, Lunacid is still really good. It's an amazing dungeon crawler. Like, I need to say that right now. Akamakira, I think their name is not very good at writing endings, but they know how to make an interesting world that pulls you in, and they know how to make like a fun and engaging gameplay loop. I'm out of torches, so I guess I need to retreat. But 18 diamonds on my second episode. Wow. I guess they made diamonds easier to get. I guess look at this gold as well. I've been passing up on this, and people are probably screaming at me right now. What can I drop? Nah, there's plenty of birch trees. I don't need birch saplings. At least not yet. But it's a really, really good dungeon crawler with a really fun world to explore. The combat isn't the most engaging thing in the world, but it's not the kind of game you play for the combat. It's the kind of game you play for, you know, the experience of exploring a mysterious world, finding new weapons and trying them out, you know, building a build that you want to use. Like, I'm dumb. But it is really good, but the ending is just absolute cheeks. But whatever, so we've got 3 games in a row that are all like it was all a dream reveals, that kind of thing. 1 did it right, 2 did not. But Sea of Stars, as far as I can tell, is not like that. I have not actually finished Sea of Stars. I'm close to the end, I'm pretty sure. But I haven't beaten it. But it is an absolutely amazing RPG. It's just so much fun. It has like this whole timed hit system, which I always love seeing because it makes battles feel more dynamic and more like, you know, it makes it feel like I can't talk. It makes it feel more like it's actually happening in real time, and the turn-based thing is just, I don't know. It's good. It's a really, really good RPG. And I highly recommend it if you're a fan of old school RPGs. I also recommend it if you're a fan of Mario and Luigi, honestly, because it kind of has some similarities in terms of how it plays. And there's even an attack that is just straight up the Koopa Shell from those games. The Koopa Shell attack. Very good. Very, very, very good RPG. The characters are fun. The music is amazing. Gameplay's fun. And it actually takes place in the same universe as The Messenger, which is a 2D platformer that is also really good. Didn't come out last year. It came out a few years ago, but it is just really good. And I'm happy that the world is getting expanded upon. As for Pizza Tower, I don't know if there's anything I can say about Pizza Tower that hasn't already been said by people who are way better at, like, organizing their thoughts in a critical fashion than me. Pizza Tower is one of those games that kind of defies the need for any kind of explanation or review. Because, like, you go onto Steam and just see how well beloved it is, how much people love it, how much it struck a chord with people that have been pining for a new Wario Land game. It is an amazing platformer. And I love the art style. I think Pizza Tower would have worked great as an animated series. Like, give it the same animation style as, like, you know, what was it called? Ed, Edd n Eddy. Yeah, that. Give it the Ed, Edd n Eddy art style. Oh. Can I make my bed now? I'm suddenly wondering if I even can. Nope, I need one more piece of white wool. Cool. But I think that Pizza Tower as like an animated series of some kind would be perfect. I think that it could be some all-timer stuff. It doesn't even necessarily have to be like an adaptation of Pizza Tower. I would just want it to be like set in that world. Maybe set after the game, or set before the game, or, you know, maybe do the Cuphead thing where it's like the game's events don't happen, but it's like, or maybe they do, I don't know. But the game's events don't happen within the show or aren't referenced in the show, so it's just kind of left ambiguous, and it's more like an alternative take on the universe. That would also be cool. I just want to see Peppino. Funny pizza man. Funny Wahoo pizza man. Okay, there we go. So, put that down. Put that down. Bada bing. Bada boom. Yeah, Pizza Tower is an amazingly designed game that deserves all of the recognition it's gotten. And if you take away anything from this, all of the games I'm listing today are games that I highly recommend. So, yeah. Go play him. Go play him, stupids. I'm sorry, that was a little mean. What happened here? Oh. Oh! What the heck? Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me just get rid of all this fire, and then I'll just kind of investigate the area. I wonder how many trees burned down here before I found this. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One off from being able to make a nether portal with all this. It is nice to have some crying obsidian, though. That's a good find. I will come back to this later. Man, imagine if we got into the nether on episode 2. Minecraft definitely goes by a lot quicker these days, doesn't it? Probably grab these. I guess I shouldn't focus too much on progression. Should just, like, try to make my world, work on it, you know? Okay. Yeah, back to the topic at hand. Lies of P is next on the list, and I like Lords of the Fallen more on a personal level, but I can recognize that Lies of P is the better game. It is the first Souls-like I've ever played that feels like it has From Software levels of, like, attention to detail and gameplay refinement. And that is not a statement I make lightly. Legitimately, Lies of P, the devs cooked with that. They've actually been... I remember hearing that they're actually working on a sequel. And I'm really excited to see that come together. Because I thought the first game was amazing. They seem to be doing like a shared universe of a bunch of different like fables, and they seem to be teasing Wizard of Oz next, and I wonder if the ending of Lies of P is implying that that Pinocchio is going to be the Tin Man. I don't know, there's something there. Let's see. What else can I talk about? Oh, right, the other games. I'm stupid. Lethal Company, kind of self-explanatory. That game took over the internet for a good reason. That game is hilarious. Like, genuinely the funniest game ever made. The kind of stuff that can happen in it is incredible. And honestly, just the general gameplay loop of going in, finding scrap, retrieving it, avoiding monsters, meeting quotas. Like, it's just a fun loop. I do kind of wish there was some kind of meta progression. Maybe not in terms of, like, gameplay, but it'd be cool if, like, leveling up unlocked, you know, new cosmetics. And if the game had more in-depth character customization. I get why it doesn't. It's a new game. It's in early access, I believe. So I don't expect too much of it. I'm just kind of voicing things that I'd personally like to see in future updates. But what strikes me as, like, interesting about Lethal Company's success is that beforehand Zeekers was a pretty small dev, but, like, now they've just become a big time, you know what? Big time gambler. No, they've rocketed into the public consciousness, and they have made a name for themselves. And it's probably got people going back and trying their previous games as well, which is good because It Steals looks really fun, and I really want to try it at some point. Like, I think like it looks like a really cool indie horror game. I will say there is some well-founded fear that Lethal Company is kind of a flash in the pan and it's going to go out of relevance soon. But I don't know. I don't know that it's just such an it's got a very simple loop to it, and it's a very satisfying loop, and there's all kinds of things that can happen. And even now there are mods that add like new monsters, new maps, new facilities, and it's neat. It's neat. I'm really happy for Zeekers. I think they've more than earned this. Started out as a Roblox dev, which is wild. It's never too late to follow your dreams. But yeah, that's all the games I wanted to talk about because I already talked about not Lethal Company, Lords of the Fallen, Cassette Beast, and Undertale Yellow. Hello, Mr. B. Probably should be setting up a farm, actually. And there were 2 pigs right there. I'm not a very intelligent person. I need to make room for a farm. You know what, actually? Yeah, I'll make setting up a farm my objective. First thing I need is carrots of some kind. Of some kind. Like, what do you mean carrots of some kind? They're just carrots. There's only one kind. The golden carrot doesn't count. What is Blood talking about? I remember stumbling across a village and then dying before I could get to it in the previous episode. I guess I should go look. See if I can find it again. And, oh, hello. But, actually... we've got chickens. I'll just lure them into the house and we'll call it there in terms of, like, moving them until I can get an actual farm set up. What are those little clicking noises they make? I never understood that. Is that their footsteps? Must be. What do you know? Learn something new every day. Then... alright, so let's see. So I need a lot of sticks. Give me a lot of lumps. No one's gonna know what that's a reference to, you dork. Oh, egg. Nice. Egg. I guess I'll set that to cook for now. Definitely need to work on making like a storage room of some kind. Ah. Hello, sir. Can I help you? Sir. Sir, you appear to be on fire. Would you like some assistance with that? Sir? Okay. Okay. Just build this out. That should be more than big enough for like a chicken farm. Get the stone axe. Yeah, fiddlesticks. There we go. There we go. This'll do it. That will, my OCD will obey that. Alright, come on, guys. Come on. Come on. Will they pathfind to me? Yes, they will. Excellent. Hey! First one was a baby chicken. Let's go. And one more for the road. Nope. Okay. What else? What else can I talk about? Need to think. Oh, yeah. So, what the hell is Square doing? Like, come on. So, for context, they announced that the file size for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, I believe it's called, is going to be 130 gigs or something like that. I'll flash the exact reported number on screen right now. But, like, dude, that is way too much. I'm sorry. Game storage is getting, like, out of hand. Like, or game sizes, rather. It's getting ridiculous just how much money they not money. How much storage space they require just to work. And it's so dumb. Like, Lords of the Fallen is like, I think 30 gigs, something like that, 40, 50 at most. Elden Ring is like 60 something gigs. It doesn't make any sense. Just, I don't understand how this keeps happening. How in the year of our Lord 2023 are we still having this much of a problem with game size? Like, storage space is precious. Like, storage space is precious. I can't. I am stumbling over my words so bad today. I'm so sorry, guys. Probably super annoying to listen to. But it's just absolutely ridiculous. It doesn't need to be like this, guys. You can still make a beautiful game and not make it... Like, a lot of people seem to confuse graphical fidelity with good graphics, when really it's just down to an art style. Like, Elden Ring, it does not look the most up-to-date in terms of, like, video game, like, graphics, in terms of fidelity, but it still looks fantastic. It's a beautiful game. It's all about the lighting, the art style, the world design, you know. It's just, it's the details. And, like, I'm sorry, but I'm going to care more about if an art style is consistent and enjoyable than if I can see the pores on some girl's face in whatever Sony's putting out. Like, I do not care about that stuff. If you do, fair enough, but, like, not only is it hurting, like game dev cycles are getting too long, budgets are getting too big, all because of this rat race to try and achieve realism. Try to make your games look as realistic as possible. And it's just not, like, it's not going well. It's resulting in games that are just taking forever to make, are often poorly optimized, and focus on realism over fun. And just, that they're going to age like milk visually. If you don't have a defined, consistent style to your game, and just like, oh, we're just making it look realistic, then it's going to age poorly visually. It's going to. Because people are going to compare it to, like, stuff that's coming out later, and they're going to be like, wow, this game looks super uncanny and off and weird. And it's like, you're making a bed that you're going to have to lie in eventually. I don't know. It's dumb. And I feel sorry for game developers that have to be put through the friggin' ringer because of all of that, you know? Game developers are way too abused by the industry. Oh, One thing I'm really excited for, Visions of Mana. I loved the Trials of Mana remake. I streamed the whole thing on, I believe, YouTube? Or was it Twitch? Maybe it was Twitch. But that was a while ago. I streamed the entirety of the remake on Twitch, I guess, and I loved it. It was a really fun game. It was really cool. And I'm really glad that the success of it led to them deciding to, you know, make a new one. It looks like it's just going to be more of the same, and that's fine by me. I do hope it has multiplayer, though, because previous Mana games had, like, local co-op. And for some reason, Trials of Mana didn't even have that. It didn't have online multiplayer. It didn't even have local multiplayer. It was just a single-player game, and it's like, I don't know. That kind of sucks. Maybe Visions will have online multiplayer. If that's the case, I would love to get a crew together and play it with some friends. You know, maybe make, I don't know, a second channel where I play games with friends and we go through the whole thing together. But yeah, that could be fun. Let me know what you guys think of that idea. Granted, I'm not a big YouTuber, and I probably need to find some YouTubers to collaborate with. And most of my friends are not YouTubers. They're just friends, which is fine. Oh, that does produce a baby. I thought you couldn't breed chickens because they lay eggs. Huh. What do you know? You learn something new every day, I guess. I guess while I'm waiting for that to work and do its thing, might as well go out and explore. I'm going to head in this direction this time, see what I can find. Speaking of One Direction, what was the name of that guy that did the Journey to the Farland series? Because I remember that being really cool. I wonder if he ever got there. Because, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't reaching the Farlands, like, on foot really, really hard and would take just an extraordinarily long time? I need to go check in on that, see if he actually reached the Farlands at some point. Because I remember enjoying watching that, because it was chill. It was just one dude talking about stuff while he walked. And part of me kind of wants to accomplish something similar with this series. Where, you know, I just talk about stuff and just have fun chatting with peeps. Making your days a little better. Maybe. Oh, cows. We'll see how... Oh my... There were seriously sheep over here this whole time? Oh my goodness gracious, dude. That's a slap in the face. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just running around. There's something lit up over there. Wonder what it is. Might just be some glow lichen or maybe some lava. Yep, it's lava. Very nice looking world so far. I'm enjoying it. That zombie wants me dead. Oh, hello, hello. Oh, okay. That was way too close for comfort, dude. Nope. How am I alive? I should probably head back. Exploring at nighttime is not the wisest move. I think that's going to be everything from me today. Thanks to everyone who watched to the end. Subscribe if you want to see more of this. And comment down below if you have ideas for me, things for me to talk about next time. So yeah, I'll see you all next time. Stay safe out there, everybody. Goodbye.